big data. So let's try to understand what is the big data. So have you heard about the word big data? So what is big data? So look here, likewise, this was the things that we were seeing. Like if you see entire data science, under that artificial intelligence would be the subset. Under artificial intelligence, machine learning will be one subset. Under machine learning, deep learning would be one subset. So likewise, okay, so that's what we were watching. So what about the big data? Big data means what? The name itself shows big data. Big data means, just try to observe this line keenly, that big data is the term, it is applied to the data sets whose size or type is beyond the ability of the traditional databases to capture it or to store it. That means the data whose size is beyond the ability of normal storage devices. Such kind of data is nothing but big data. The name itself is showing big data, information whose size is beyond the natural computers to store, like this. So if you talk from some things like, just take up the data of census data. So when you talk from the census data, so there are more than 140 crores of Indians as of now. So if you want to store the data and the information about all the people are 140 crores of people, so can a normal computer can store it? No, obviously for that we need something. So such kind of database whose volume and whose ability is beyond the traditional databases to store. So such kind of data is known as big data. Okay. So other thing, like for example, when we say the Aadhaar data, you see like Aadhaar data. So Aadhaar is also similar to all the for all the people we'll have Aadhaar data. So storing of that. So that is also a kind of big data, example for big data. Okay. Then you also think about GST network and GST data. So bank related data. So all such kind of things could be an example for the big data. Okay. So where you can use the big data kind of concept. So if you generally see about some of the applications, you can have the usage of this big data in banking sector, where you will have to record so many transactions, account details, all those things. So there, and then in healthcare, for example, if there is a chain of hospitals which will maintain its database at a central location. So for that, we require the big data kind of concept. Okay, so banking is one area, healthcare is one area, and let's say for example like insurance kind of things. In insurance sector also, lot of people will avail the insurance facilities. So their data should be there in a systematic fashion. So in insurance sector, it would be required. And then if you say in education sector, in transportation sector, in manufacturing sector, so in all these areas, we can make use of this emerging technology called big data technology. Okay. So if you see some of the case studies where we have already successfully used the big data, so there are some of the successful case studies also for that. So if you see some of the important case studies of the big data. So have you heard about DLF shopping mall? DLF shopping mall. So DLF shopping mall has successively used the big data analytics so that it can cater the needs of its customers effectively. So that was one successful case study where we can have. Okay. Then recently we also have another thing called Ixigo. Have you heard about Ixigo app? So where you can book the tickets for flights, trains, all those things. So Ixigo has used the big data technology, and with the help of it, it launched PNR prediction. It launched PNR prediction system. PNR prediction system. So with this, what will happen? If you want to book a ticket, if you want to book a train ticket, so usually sometimes you will book and you don't know whether ticket will be confirmed and whether it will go to waiting list or whether it will be confirmed quickly, or that kind of issues might be there. So if you see and if you make use of this one, so obviously they have installed such kind of PNR prediction system by using the big data analytics. So where it can accurately tell you whether your ticket will be confirmed or whether your ticket would be in waiting list or it would be done likewise. So that is one another successful story which we have. Okay, and then if we talk from other example for election campaigning, so for election campaigning, usually various political parties, they will make use of this big data for political campaigning. Election campaigning, political parties will use it. So this is also one of the example where we are using the big data kind of things. Okay, then to give a big platform to various games, all those things, like we have an example called like Reliance Games. Reliance Games, this also used the big data technology to cater and to bring to provide a platform to various games that it provides. Okay, and we also have Bengaluru water system. So Bangalore has also used the big data analytics to solve the issue of the water problem. So recently water crisis is also one of the issue that's happening in Bangalore. So there you refer what is the role of big data in the water supply system. Okay, so Bangalore uh, municipal corporation, so they have used this technology, so big data.